Welcome to the podcast recording of Middle East AI News Live for Thursday, September 18th, 2025, brought to you by Carrington Malin, Marketing for an AI-First World. You're listening to my discussion with Dr. Ahmed Dabbagh, Managing Director of Polynome AI Academy. We're talking about what being a Chief AI Officer entails, the AI Academy, and its new executive program for Chief AI Officers.
Welcome to Middle East AI News Live. Ahlan wa sahlan. This is my Thursday deep dive show that brings together experts from around the region to talk about new news, trends, investments. And today we're very fortunate to have Dr. Ahmed Dabbagh from Polynome AI Academy to talk about the CIAO, new CIO program that was launched last week. And I just gave you a little introduction to Dr. Ahmed. He's a highly experienced executive with 30 years in technology and education, and until recently was the director of the Mohammed bin Zayed University for Artificial Intelligence Executive Programme, which he developed and launched and also ran until last year. And these days, he's managing director of Polynome AI Academy. The reason we're talking today is in April, in Dubai AI Week, the Polynome AI Academy launched an initiative with Abu Dhabi School of Management, which is the AI Academy. And then last week, the AI Academy announced its first program, which is the executive program for Chief AI Officers. So that's the main topic of our conversation today. But also I should tell you that Dr. Ahmed is author of many technology papers, particularly on one I remember is intellectual property. He's also helped to launch the UAE Educational Cloud Initiative. He was on Thursday Deep Dive show last year. So welcome back.
Welcome. Thank you very much. Thank you, Carrington, and thank you for having me with you.
So perhaps to start with, let's just sort of recap very briefly how you got here, because I think many people know you from the Mohammed bin Zayed University Artificial Intelligence, your role there with the executive program. So let's just put that as a placeholder so everybody knows a little bit more about that.
Okay, for the past 5 years, I served the Mohammed bin Zayed University of Artificial Intelligence and creating the Professional Services Department to provide professional training programs to the community in UAE. Despite the research and education of Mohammed bin Zayed University first role, I think joining the community and offering the state-of-the-art training programs, it was a must. And 5 years ago, when we ran a survey, in certain government entities, we have seen a big gap from the leaders on knowing the fundamentals of AI and how to run an AI as an ecosystem in their entities. And from that level that we introduced AI for leadership as training program for the leaders. And after it came up to the next level is to provide executive program for the leaders in all C-levels from government, federal and local entities, and from the corporate as well for the MBZUAI executive program. And we ran more than 5 cohorts and graduated more than 236 top leaders in UAE, and also that we joined globally some participants last year to that program. But this was really the target of all type of leaders, but nobody addressed the Chief AI Officer. Thanks to the AI Office in UAE, who ran a training program for Chief AI Officer in collaboration with Birmingham University, I think a few months ago, but as an executive program and to be condensed on 2 weeks because the time and the value of the Chief AI Officers and entities is very valuable. And I think it brings them in 10 full days and give them the full ecosystem visibility of a Chief AI Officer. It's a must. And that's why it was our first decision is to design a very prominent executive program for Chief AI Officers.
Fantastic. So look forward to diving into that and exploring that and getting your insights on how that works. Now you're the managing director of Polynome AI Academy.
Yes.
And Polynome, of course, is an IT consulting group. It's the organizers of the excellent Machines Can See Summit every year. And last one took place at during the Dubai AI Week. And now this is a new venture from Polynome AI Academy. So can you just explain about the Polynome AI Academy and then how is that different from the AI Academy that's launching the program?
Yes, Polynome Group is an AI company based in Dubai. and working in events like organizing big event like the Machines Can See from the last 3 years. And they have a mandate also to accelerate the development of certain computer vision applications in government entities and other corporates. And they are doing a great job in having a state-of-the-art AI applications in the region, I think here for computer vision and for large language model as well. And the mandate of the Polynome Group is also to educate the community. And that's why they created a division, it's called Polynome AI Academy. And the first thing that we have done is we did a partnership with the state-of-the-art Abu Dhabi School of Management, which they have already academic degrees in business analytics. They have a master's degree and a lot of demand on that level. And now they are creating a new PhD program in AI in management. And it will be accredited soon and to be proposed to the community by next year. Having a partnership with Abu Dhabi School of Management, with the Polynome, I think it is an excellent synergy here to complete the picture of business and AI addressed to leaders. And here, the first thing we have done that's also that we have seen in the market, what's the gap here in the workforce or in the talents of AI. And we have seen that preparing the chief AI officers or the future chief AI officers is a mandate from both sides in this case to do it. And that's why we started for that. But despite executive program for chief AI officers, we have other programs. We have professional training programs addressed to entities, which is a training program for generative AI for non-technical leaders. We have categories like professional training programs for entity, for leaders, also for specifically for entities, as well as for the whole employees, like the workforce of the entities to upskill their level from generative AI and also from AI. And we have other category for the technical people. We have a lot of computer scientists that would like to be an AI engineers. But how to do this one? In this case, we have also technical program, deep technical program for this future AI engineers that we are proposing. Adding to this one, we will have like this one webinars. We are inviting like 3 persons working on AI and talking about very niche topics, I think, in AI, and do it regularly, I think, bi-weekly or bi-month. The aim of this one is to strengthen the AI community in UAE and abroad as well. And we are doing well that we are visible now in the GCC and also in certain countries. And we received already applications for the Chief AI. We'll talk about this from other countries to participate and to come to UAE to attend the Chief AI Officer program.
Excellent. So it might be useful and interesting to talk about what a CAIO actually is. And from my point of view, this is really work in progress. We know a lot of things that the CIO should do today, but new things, keep getting added. And also, it's a challenge for employers because they're not going to look at somebody's CV and see they've been a CAIO for the last 5 years or 10 years, are they?
I think this is an excellent question. And this question is asked everywhere in the world, even in Silicon Valley. This is still, they are saying, what's the right job description of Chief AI Officer? You have 2 schools. You have the school where they say the Chief AI Officer should be graduated AI for a PhD or master degree, and he can run projects. And the other school says, no, we don't need a technical AI person to drive the strategy of an institution and to build the ecosystem of AI, which I am with the second school. I think here the Chief AI Officer, he can be someone coming from technical background, like IT director, of chief data officer, of chief technology officer, of chief information officer, chief cybersecurity officer, and he can be a chief AI officer. He has the technical background on digital transformation, but with the knowledge he will learn from the chief AI officer executive program, he will become a prominent role, I think, to be a chief AI officer. Now, the other thing that we have chief strategy officer, we have a chief innovation officer. They are also excellent candidates to be chief AI officers. But we need really to give them the right tools. We have to give them the right knowledge and to give them the right perspective how to build an AI ecosystem or an AI strategy.
Yeah, all very good points. These challenges are ongoing. These are new things that a lot of large organizations are dealing with. And I don't even think there's a sort of broad awareness from candidates on what the career path and development is for a CAIO either. In your mind, and according to the context you've developed this program with, what are the responsibilities of a Chief AI Officer?
The first responsibility of the Chief AI Officer is to draw the vision and the mission, as well as the strategic objectives of an entity towards an AI solutions. To do this one, he has to be like a visionary person to see for the next 10 years how his entity will become an AI native entity. How to do this one? First of all, they have to look at the background of the workforce they have. Second one, what are the core business of the entities that they can be adapted to be an AI native solutions, as well as here, this is to drive the different divisions towards an AI productivity, as well as the AI adoption in their current work. Having said that we have a lot of tools now that to do it in project management of AI and human resources and org chart of AI, where we can use AI agent or agentic AI that they can help to do this, okay? Now, the Chief AI Officer now, he has the mandate of full successful AI solutions in the entity to measure properly the return of investment of these AI solutions towards a big profitability of the entity. Either it can be corporate or it's a government entity. Both, they have to have the same vision of the Chief AI Officer role.
So this really covers strategy and alignment, technology, people, compliance. It's a very multifaceted role.
Exactly. That's why I said AI ecosystem. I think the word AI ecosystem, the Chief AI Officer, he has to master the full AI ecosystem, starting from knowing the fundamentals of AI. Second, this is knowing how to drive the strategy or to draw the strategy first, and how to drive the strategy, how to drive the mega projects from project management with the usage of agile methodologies on project management. He has to know the ethics and the responsible AI in all aspects of the implementation of AI solutions in the entities also. And he has to guarantee the privacy and the integrity of all data used in this AI solution. This is very important, that he has to have the full-fledged vision of all AI aspects of an entity, as well as that he has to know for example, the AI technologies, what are the trends of AI technologies. He has to know how to test them, or the team, how to test them to give him like go or no go of this AI solution. And also the AI infrastructure. I think actually we are talking a lot about sovereign AI. The Chief AI Officer, he has to explore what does it mean sovereign AI in his entity, and what are the data to be shared or not shared, what the data to be on the cloud or not. If my solution needs CPUs or GPUs, really in a nutshell. And after he can address this to the technical teams or to the right person in the entity to explore more or to investigate.
So how then do you structure course? And maybe we should just touch on who is this executive program aimed at? It's aimed at existing CAIOs or new ones or both? And also, is this aimed at people who are not going to be a CAIO, but they want to have some of those skills?
I think the best address is to the current and the appointed Chief AI Officers. In Dubai and in certain federal, they already assigned Chief AI Officers. But in Abu Dhabi, for example, or in other Emirates, they don't use heavily the word Chief AI Officer in entity, but you use it as a cluster of a role in different entities. The role is to first to address the actual Chief AI Officer, to give them the right tools, as well as to address it to the prominent future Chief AI Officer. We are helping people to be positioned to the role of the Chief AI Officer, like an IT director, or like a Chief Technology Officer, or like Chief Information Officer. They are very well suitable to be part of this program, I think, and to have a strong position this to be the chief AI officer in the entity.
How then is this program structured?
It is a 2-week intensive program. I think any participant accepted to this program, he has to give a mandate of 2 full weeks participating in this program, starting from November 16 to November 28th. I think this time is a very important that we designed this time to be there. This is to be out of GITEX and the burden of having a lot of crowd here in the road of technology. And having that people can concentrate on 10 days to come to Abu Dhabi, to the Abu Dhabi School of Management, and also to other sites that were running these chapters, and to communicate with others and to network with the other participant, and also to be part of the community with the selection of very important instructors that we have for each chapter. And each chapter, it has different topics. Each topic has dedicated instructor. The instructors are coming from top universities from the world, as well as in the UAE, and also from other corporates which are prominent players of AI application and development in UAE and abroad. We'll start, I think, the 10 days with the first day is what's Chief AI Officer? What's the right role of the Chief AI Officer? And here we'll go with some exercises and with some workshops on that level and what are the challenges of the Chief AI Officer. And after we go to the fundamental of AI to give them the right definitions and terminologies of different technologies of AI like computer vision, robotics, agentic AI, machine learning, deep learning, as well as the natural language processing and robotics and autonomous vehicles. When they have this strength of knowledge on AI from the mouth of the gurus of AI technologies, here they will have a clear perspective about what's the technologies nowadays and what should be the future of technologies. Like 1 year ago, for example, nobody talked about agentic AI. With the evolution of large language model and with the small language model, now we become also to talk a lot about agentic AI and AI agents, which can be heavily used nowadays. But what the future? We are talking now, actually, the future is physical AI. What's physical AI? Everything will be disseminated to them in the right way with a lot of use cases and applications. And after, we will accelerate this one to have the AI technologies, data management as well. Data management, it will be a very essential chapter here where we'll talk about the data strategy and data management. As a Chief AI Officer should be aware about the data location, data categorization, labeling, and all aspects of data and data roles. Like, for example, what the distinguish between data analyst and data scientist, where we will put data analysts in which application and data scientists in which application, what the role of the technology like IT division here on that role to answer the need of the data management and AI application. And after we'll go with the infrastructure. The AI infrastructure and the sovereign AI will talk a lot about GPUs, CPUs, storage, cloud, on-prem and hybrid cloud. This will talk about this heavily. And after we'll go to the project management, how a Chief AI Officer will manage properly different projects, also program management of the entities, what are the right methodologies and what are the right AI tools to help the Chief AI Officer to succeed properly his project in the institution and to measure the return of investment of each project. And after we'll go to the organization of the AI ecosystem in the institution. Is it a division to be separated from the technology, or it's something that we can work together in a seamless way and to have shared roles? And this is everything will be really disseminated on that role and will give the best practices of the right org chart of an AI and the capacity. And now with the AI agent, the Chief AI Officer can evaluate if the human capabilities in this role is much suitable than the AI agent. In this case, he can also choose either I use in that role in the org chart as an AI agent or as a human capable to have the right competencies and to do the right job. Here, will have the measurement of his budget and his finance and the impact of human resources and the impact of the tools. And after we'll go to the responsible AI. Now, the responsible AI is in a very critical chapter here. We are putting really a lot of efforts on that and bringing the right person worldwide to talk about this one. We'll talk about this topic from the privacy, from the responsible AI, the ethics, the bias also, and how to be like locally adapted and to have the local context of any AI application. And here, the beauty of this one, that we will do it also in collaboration with the UAE Cybersecurity Council, where we will visit them and to have like a site visit to see this is how the cybersecurity is using AI to protect against the threat, against any attacks in the country. And this will be a great roadshow here, this to see in reality how AI is beneficial for that and what are the private things that we can do on that level. And after we'll go and talking about physical AI and smart cities as well. This is a very important use case that we'll bring on the table. And after we will also present to the Chief AI Officers the advancement of the AI strategy implementation in UAE, what was achieved and what's remaining. And here the role of Chief AI Officer to know, I think here the contribution of his entity as well as on the national level and the global level to position UAE or other countries in the forefront of AI readiness worldwide. One important topic here I would like to talk about it is the AI. It's not replacing human being. I think here is also talking about from machine learning to the AGI or the artificial general intelligence is very important that people should know that AI will never replace human being, but also the AI can enhance the productivity also, and it's the right tool, I think, to work in daily life here to have better solutions and better information from these tools.
Great. That is a huge amount of information. So this is a 2-week course and it's 5 days a week?
Yes.
And is that an 8-hour day or is that a 24-hour day?
It starts from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. I think this course is not only a masterclass. We have masterclass course, but we have networking activities. We have like roundtable dinners, and we'll have site visits to prominent AI players in the country. I cannot disseminate the names, but we need confirmation. First, I talked about the UAE Cybersecurity Council, thanks to Dr. Mohammed Kuwaiti and being part of this, but also we are waiting for other confirmation. In this case, we have a prominent AI players who should be part of this program.
Great. And this is the only program of its kind in the UAE and I think the region.
Yes, exactly. As an executive program for Chief AI Officer is the first of its kind, I think on that level, on this condensed and accelerated way in the region as well.
And you already have some interest, I believe, from outside the UAE. So the message has got out.
Yes, the message got out massively, I think, to the GCC and to certain countries. And the good news, Carrington, that we receive certain applications, Qatar and from Saudi Arabia and from Oman as well. And they are very, very interested to be part of this program.
Brilliant. This is going to be the first of a number of courses that are going to help organizations embrace, adopt, and implement AI.
Yes, exactly. I think this is a good thing for the decision makers of any entity, is to see this is what are the decisions to be made to appoint a Chief AI Officer, and what are the mandates of a Chief AI Officer to be part of the ecosystem of the entity, and how to measure the right return of investment of an AI application or native AI entity as well. It's a crucial role. It's not an easy role. If you remember 10 years ago, we talked about innovation strategy in UAE. And it started also, this is how to appoint the right Chief Innovation Officer. And it was a big debate on that level. We are doing exactly the same way now. Now we are talking about the Chief AI Officer. Despite it being an innovation officer, could be strategic officer, or it could be a technology officer. But like, for example, if a director general of an entity, government entity, or the CEO of a company, this program is not for them. I think this program is for the people in their entity to be nominated to be the prominent Chief AI Officer. In the future, we'll propose more programs for the top leaders, I think, here to help them in understanding the right way of the AI for leadership as well.
Yeah, I think it's a good analogy with the innovation officer, because you're right, you say is that took some time to figure out. Now we're at a similar position with Chief AI Officer. The program starts next month?
The program will start on November 16th. Okay, the application is live and we are receiving every day, we are receiving applications from around the world. Soon we will start doing the selection. We are very tough in selection. I think not any application can be accepted. And we are really analyzing the CVs and the profile of each candidate to be suitable as a participant to this program. At the end, I think we have a mandate. We have limited seats for this program. We cannot accommodate all needs. And I hope that the selection will be very fair with everyone here and will send them confirmation to be part of this program. And the deadline of the application, I think we have the early bird. This is a good news. The early bird of the application is before 25th of September, and you will get a 10% discount on the full fees of the participation. But after 25th until October 15, during GITEX, we'll close the application here. And here, this is people will pay full amount for that program.
Sounds fantastic. And so you've been obviously talking to many people about this past few months and particularly the last week or so. What's the feedback from the market you've heard so far?
We received quite very interesting feedback from people. They are very enthusiastic about the initiative. I think they see the value, the way how we are presenting it. The detail of the program, I think here, I disclosed this for the first time here. This is for the people here live with us to know and to learn more about the program. But this is a very impressive program from the type of the instructor that we are bringing. We have great names worldwide. I think the big players, I think in all aspects of the AI ecosystem, they will come in person to Abu Dhabi and to give the master classes, as well as for the companies. We have companies based in UAE and we have companies worldwide. We are bringing the top leaders of these companies to give the best of their knowledge and competency in AI. And we will have labs. I think here we have a certain labs in the afternoon, and we have capstone project during the program where the chief AI officer, they could be an excellent person to evaluate certain challenges and to come with right solutions, not technical solutions. I'm talking about business-wise solution. And here the solution will help them in managing the project or defining the right projects and giving the right tools to these projects.
Great. You mentioned capstone projects. I think that's quite important and interesting for potential applicants for this. Could you talk a bit more about what that capstone project would entail and how that works?
As they are all like top candidates, I think they should have like kind of a visionary or a strategic thinking about what are the challenges that we are facing, either in their entities or national-wise or globally. Okay, and here they will discuss about what is the suitable project they would like to work on it during the 10 days. And here in the afternoon, this is after the master classes and all labs done. In this case, they will have like kind of 1-2 hours working in a group together, in this case, to define the right challenge. Like, for example, food security in UAE is one of the challenges. And actually, we are talking a lot about it. We have projects ongoing for the AI support for food security, and we have for the weather forecasting. We have for the oil and gas, from sustainability, healthcare, education. We have a lot of topics. I think here that's where we can identify national challenges or local challenges or entity challenges that this chief AI officer or the participant can work together to come up with the right solutions. We will give them the right tools. I think they have the full freedom to use large language model, ChatGPT, or anything to generate ideas and to come up with a kind of an idea mapping. And after they can generate a very nice documentation. And here, and also to pitch it the last day before the graduation, we'll ask them to pitch it in front of prominent leaders in the country here to listen carefully about their proposal. And maybe for some companies or investors, also this to be part of this judging committee and could be a kind of a future investment in certain projects. One thing, Carrington, I forget to mention, that the chief AI officer should not work only inside the entity. He has to have the broader mind to work out of the box and also to see our surrounding. In this case, also we will educate them about the investment and who are the investors to support this AI strategies and the AI initiatives, as well as from the investment and how to create a startup. I think monetizing AI strategy is very important for any entity, even for the government entity. Maybe a project, big mega project they are running inside the entity, it could be an excellent solution to be a startup. And here this startup will create like a momentum. I think here consolidating the triple helix government, industry, and academia, it is part of also the role of the chief AI officer to look at it from the AI perspective.
Yeah, the view of the ecosystem, engagement with the ecosystem is also very important.
Exactly.
Great. Thanks very much for joining Thursday Deep Dive, second year in a row, and look forward to bringing you back one day and to talk about new programs.
You've been listening to a recording of Middle East AI News Live for Thursday, September 18th, 2025, brought to you by Carrington Malin. Thanks for listening.